Many people assume that dying after age 75 is simply a natural part of life. But the truth is, most deaths after 75 come down to a handful of causes, many of which are preventable. The real tragedy isn't that people age, it's that too many wait until it's too late to take action. By the time the warning signs appear, health has already declined and options are limited. But if you take steps now, you can extend your life, improve your quality of health, and remain independent far longer than you may think. In this guide, we'll walk through the 5 leading causes of death after age 75. Some you may expect, others that might surprise you. More importantly, we'll show you what you can do right now to reduce your risk and stay strong for the years ahead. Let's start with the number one cause. 1. Heart disease. Heart disease remains the leading cause of death for people over 75. But here's what most don't realize. You have more control over your heart health than you think. The heart is a muscle. It either stays strong with the right care or it weakens from years of poor habits. The biggest danger? You often don't feel anything until the damage is already done. Fatigue, breathlessness, or slowing down may seem like normal signs of aging, but they can actually point to a heart that's struggling. One of the silent killers is high blood pressure. It puts extra strain on arteries and forces the heart to work harder, yet it rarely causes symptoms until it leads to a heart attack or stroke. Poor diet is another major factor. Decades of processed food, excess salt, and unhealthy fats clog arteries and reduce circulation. But many don't realize that what you eat can also protect your heart. Foods rich in fiber, antioxidants, and healthy fats help keep your arteries clear and your heart strong. Lack of physical activity is equally dangerous. The heart needs movement to stay healthy. Even simple activities like walking, stretching, or chair exercises help improve circulation and lower the risk of heart problems. Don't assume heart disease is inevitable. The small choices you make every day, what you eat, how you move, how you manage stress, all shape your heart's future. 2. Falls and injuries. One of the most overlooked but dangerous risks after 75 isn't a disease, it's a fall. It happens fast. One misstep, one slick floor, one dizzy spell, and suddenly everything changes. Falls lead to fractured hips, head injuries, hospitalizations, loss of independence. In fact, falls are one of the leading causes of injury deaths in older adults. What may seem like a small stumble can lead to months in bed, infections, or a decline that you never fully recover from. The problem? Many people don't realize they're at risk. As we age, our balance, muscle strength, and reaction time decline. But because it happens slowly, it's easy to miss. Worse yet, after a fall or even a close call, many seniors begin avoiding movement out of fear, but the less you move, the weaker you get, and the more likely another fall becomes. It's a vicious cycle. The good news? Falls are preventable. You can strengthen your legs and core, practice balance exercises, install home safety features like grab bars and non-slip rugs. Review medications that may cause dizziness. Don't wait until after a fall to take action. Staying steady and strong is the key to staying safe and independent. 3. Respiratory diseases, including COPD and pneumonia. Many seniors don't give their lungs much thought until they're struggling to breathe. Chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD, emphysema, chronic bronchitis, and even pneumonia are among the top causes of death after 75. And while genetics and long-term smoking history play a role, even non-smokers can be at risk. Why? Because as we age, lung capacity naturally decreases, the muscles that help us breathe weaken. Mucus clearance slows, and the immune system becomes less effective at fighting off infections. Even a minor respiratory infection like a cold can spiral into pneumonia, which is particularly dangerous for older adults. How to protect yourself? Get your annual flu shot and pneumonia vaccine as recommended by your doctor. Avoid smoking and secondhand smoke entirely. To stay active, even walking and light cardio help keep lungs strong. Practice deep breathing exercises. Keep indoor air clean and well ventilated. And at the first sign of trouble, like shortness of breath, wheezing, or chest congestion, don't wait. Early treatment can mean the difference between a quick recovery and a dangerous hospitalization. 4. Stroke. A stroke can change your life in an instant. Every year, nearly 800,000 Americans suffer a stroke, and the risk increases sharply after age 75. Strokes occur when blood flow to part of the brain is cut off, either due to a clot, ischemic, or a burst blood vessel, hemorrhagic. When brain cells are starved of oxygen, they begin to die within minutes. The aftermath can be devastating: paralysis, speech loss, memory issues, permanent disability. If strokes are also highly preventable, here's what increases your risk: high blood pressure, smoking, diabetes, high cholesterol, irregular heartbeat, especially atrial fibrillation. How to lower your risk: manage your blood pressure is the one cause of strokes. Take prescribed medications regularly. Stay hydrated and eat heart-healthy foods. Get screened for atrial fibrillation. Watch for signs of a TIA, mini stroke, which can be a warning. And most importantly, know the signs of a stroke so you can act fast. Face drooping, arm weakness, clarity, speech slurred. Time to call 911. Quick treatment can prevent death or permanent damage, so act fast. 5. Cognitive decline, including Alzheimer's and dementia. One of the most feared conditions of aging is losing your memory. And for good reason. Dementia and Alzheimer's disease are among the top causes of death after 75. But here's the hopeful part. While there's no cure, there's growing evidence that you can slow or even prevent cognitive decline with the right habits. Cognitive decline doesn't just impact memory, it affects judgment and decision making, emotional control, independence, and daily functioning. What raises your risk? A sedentary lifestyle, social isolation, poor sleep, unmanaged blood pressure and blood sugar, hearing loss. How to protect your brain. Keep learning. Read, take classes, learn new skills. Move your body. Exercise improves blood flow to the brain. Stay social. Isolation speeds up mental decline. Get good sleep. Deep rest clears waste from the brain. Protect your hearing. Use hearing aids if needed. Real life example: Alice, 79, began noticing occasional forgetfulness. Rather than ignore it, she joined a walking group, started doing puzzles, and reduced her sugar intake. 2 years later, not only has her memory improved, so has her energy, confidence, and outlook. You don't have to accept mental decline as inevitable. Start supporting your brain now, and your future self will thank you. We uncovered the 5 leading causes of death after 75. Heart disease, falls, respiratory illness, stroke, and cognitive decline. But information alone isn't enough. Action is what keeps you alive and thriving. In this final section, we'll turn everything we've learned into a clear, repeatable daily routine you can follow to protect your heart, mind, muscles, lungs, and independence. These aren't dramatic changes. They're small, practical choices done consistently that can change everything. Let's walk through the daily blueprint for living longer and stronger after 75. Mornings start with movement and mindset. Wake up and hydrate. Start your day with a glass of water before coffee or breakfast. Your body loses fluids overnight, and proper hydration is key for heart health, digestion, and circulation. Stretch or walk for 10 minutes. Gentle movement in the morning gets your blood flowing, reduces stiffness, and activates your muscles and brain. A short walk, a few leg lifts, or stretches while holding onto a chair are perfect ways to wake up your body. Practice gratitude or a brain-boosting activity before checking your phone or turning on the TV. Spend a few minutes reading, doing a puzzle, or writing down 3 things you're grateful for. These habits reduce stress and stimulate cognitive function, helping guard against dementia. Take any necessary medications. Use a pill organizer if needed. Set reminders. Staying consistent with heart or blood pressure medication can drastically reduce your risk of stroke and heart attack. Midday, fuel a move. Eat a heart-healthy, fiber-rich meal. Your lunch should focus on colorful vegetables, lean protein like chicken, fish, or beans, healthy fats, avocado, nuts, olive oil, whole grains, or legumes. This supports cardiovascular health, stable blood sugar, and digestive function. Avoid processed foods and high-sodium meals, which raise your risk for high blood pressure and stroke. Walk for 10-15 minutes after eating. Even a stroll around the house or driveway helps regulate blood sugar and improve circulation. This habit also supports respiratory strength and fall prevention. Connect with someone. Isolation increases your risk of cognitive decline. Call a friend, check in with a neighbor, or join a group class. Anything that keeps your social muscles strong. Afternoon, protect your body and brain. Do something mentally stimulating. Engage in an activity that challenges you. Reading, crosswords, learning a new skill, or even playing a memory game. Your brain thrives on novelty and challenge. Do strength or balance exercises. You don't need weights or a gym. Try chair squats, heel raises, or balancing on one foot. These movements improve bone density, muscle mass, and balance, crucial for fall prevention. Stay hydrated. Drink water consistently throughout the day. Dehydration can worsen fatigue, cognitive function, and blood pressure stability. Limit screen time and passive sitting. If you've been sitting for an hour, get up, stretch, or move, even for a few minutes. Evening, rest and reflect. Eat light and early. Your last meal should be lighter, lower in salt and sugar, and eaten at least 2 hours before bedtime. This supports digestion, sleep, and prevents overnight blood pressure spikes. Unwind with calming habits. Avoid the news and harsh lighting right before bed. Instead, opt for soft music, light reading, or meditation. Reflect on your day. Ask yourself, did I move enough? Did I connect with someone? Did I eat mindfully? Small wins add up. Celebrate them. Aim for 7-8 hours of sleep. Deep, restorative sleep improves memory, reduces inflammation, and strengthens your immune system. Set a consistent bedtime, avoid screens, and create a calm sleeping environment. Weekly essentials to add to your routine. In addition to daily habits, these weekly practices will further reduce your risk of illness and injury. Check your blood pressure at home or at the pharmacy. Review your medications with your doctor or pharmacist. Schedule movement classes, yoga, tai chi, or balance training. Prepare heart-healthy meals in advance to reduce processed food. Clean walkways and reduce home hazards to prevent falls.